Luther Burden finds his new home with the Chicago Bears, selecting the Missouri wide receiver with the 39th overall pick in this year's NFL draft. It took a little bit for Luther Burden to find that spot, falling out of the first round as some expected, but then there was a lot of teams early on in that first round that made sense for Burden in need of a wide receiver. I was specifically looking at the Tennessee Titans at pick 35, but then once Iowa State's Jaden Higgins came off the board, both the Titans and the Las Vegas Raider at picks 35 and 36 respectively traded down. So it definitely seems like maybe those two teams were looking to get Jaden Higgins. But then even when it got to the Chicago Bears, I was looking at the New Orleans Saints at pick 40, the Dallas Cowboys at pick 44, two teams that had expressed interest in Luther Burden ahead of the NFL draft. And then Chicago kind of surprised everybody by taking a wide receiver that high, not necessarily addressing their top needs per se, but looking at Luther Burden as a prospect they couldn't miss out on. And I can see the vision there. You have Ben Johnson coming in as your head coach, and I'm just really excited to see how that offensive mind, Ben Johnson, can find ways to utilize Luther Burden in this offense. I think this is a really good fit for both Luther and Chicago. For Luther, the main thing for him going into this was, it's going to take him time to develop into a more well-rounded wide receiver, because at Missouri, he really found his niche as that slot guy, but what is his potential as an boundary do-it-all wide receiver? And so by going to Chicago, a team that not only is maybe in a little bit of better position offensively than some other teams, specifically at the wide receiver position with DJ Moore and with Rome Odunze in there. Rome Odunze still developing, the 9th overall pick last year. DJ Moore, a little bit more of a veteran in that room. And you add in Luther Burden to this group, just a real exciting skill set to see how he can contribute to this offense. I think he can contribute from day one, just with his ability in the slot, with his ability after the catch. I think that will translate really well. The question is going to be just when he gets to go up against more physical defenders, what can he do on routes that aren't so reliant on his quickness? So excited to see that. But again, I think for both of these sides, Burden and then Chicago itself, a good fit for what they were looking for.